good afternoon. I'm Jacqueline Taylor from JT Body Quest Pilates Studio. I'm here today with Olivia, and she and I are going to do a little duet workout for dancers or anyone else who wants to give it a try. We're going to use lots of props, but you can use anything you want. You can use a little stair, you can use anything, a soup can, anything you want to use to help you, or no props at all. Just do the workout as best you can without the props. Enjoy. I'm just going to start with breathing and some side bends and some spine stretch forward, remembering that the number one principle of a calm, beautiful workout is using your breath well. So as we begin, we're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Thinking about the breath going into the back and sides of the rib cage, nice and deeply. And as you exhale, think about picking up through the pelvic floor and the transverses, just to engage and find those deep core muscles. Breathing in. Going to do some nice easy side bends, starting by lifting the right arm. Think about lifting that pinky finger towards the earlobe without lifting the shoulder. And as you exhale, lengthening that right rib cage away from that right sit bone. As you breathe in, lifting the rib cage up nice and high and lower the arm nice and calmly. We're starting to prepare the shoulders and the neck for working out. As you exhale, lengthening that rib cage away from the pelvis. As you breathe in, fill the lungs deeply, floating the body back up to vertical and lowering the arm. Remembering that nice, smooth, easy breath. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth to create that nice diaphragmatic breath. As you inhale, lifting nice and high over the pelvis and lowering the arm. Inhale, floating the left arm up. And as you exhale, side bending up and away. As you breathe in, you're filling the lungs, and exhale, lowering. Going into spine stretch forward, make sure we're warming up that upper back nice and smoothly. Breathing in, nice big breath in. As you exhale, just soften through the back of the neck, curl through the upper back, and allow the rib cage to open and separate and lengthen forward over the thighs. Breathing in, maintain that beautiful curve. And as you exhale, imagine that you don't need your shoulders to stack the spine, using your abdominals to support that articulation. Inhaling nice and deeply. As you exhale, nodding the chin, softening and lengthening through the whole back body, curving the shoulders up and forward over your legs. Inhaling to stay. And as you exhale, scooping into those deep abdominals, leaving those thighs nice and heavy as you stack your body back to vertical. Last one, big breath in, fill, fill, fill through the lungs. And as you exhale, allow the top of the head to lengthen up and forward, away from the tailbone, staying heavy. As you breathe in, keep that beautiful curve. Exhaling, stacking the spine, one beautiful vertebrae at a time, floating those earlobes over the shoulders. Good. And now we're going to go behind our box. We're placing the hands on the box. We do a little cat stretch, warming up the whole entire spine, sequencing the spine vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, we're going to start with a little spinal extension, opening up through the chest. And then as you're exhaling, curling, pubic bone to the nose, curling one vertebrae at a time, opening up through the whole entire spine. Inhale to stay, and as you exhale, sliding those sit bones out as you lengthen out through the shoulder blades, earlobes lengthening away. Again, inhale to open up through the chest, and as you exhale, curling one little piece of the spine at a time. Careful not to draw too much tension into the neck and shoulders at the top. Breathe in to gently stretch the spine here. And as you exhale, sliding the sit bones out, opening up between the shoulder blades and gliding the earlobes away from the shoulders. Last one here, breathing in, extending that spine. As you're exhaling, curling one vertebrae at a time, lifting the abdominals to the spine. Breathing in to stay, rotating, and exhale, slide the sit bones out the back, lengthening out, shoulder blades down and away, and then just reaching back into a little shell stretch, relaxing through the neck and shoulders, through the lower back, and roll yourselves up. Push your box all the way to the side. We do a little side sequence. Just doing a short sequence so that we can do both sides and demonstrate. We're using a peanut underneath our waist to stabilize our lower back. We're using a toning ball in our arm to strengthen our shoulder girdle. But you don't need to use any of those props. You just want to remember to support the underneath side of your rib cage. And especially dancers, you want to move that arm nice and smoothly from the shoulder socket so that you're strengthening the muscles that rotate the shoulder, not lift the shoulder. So we're working very carefully on our rotator cuff. So we're going to go for 4 repetitions, Olivia. Knees are up towards your hips, toning ball is in your hand, elbow on that rib cage, and the shoulder feels like it's a little bit rounded forward. Inhale to prepare. As you're exhaling, you're spinning the back of that arm towards your shoulder blade, and then inhale, rotating it back down. Exhale and spinning the back of that arm towards the shoulder blade, and lowering it down. We're just using our breath here just to help keep a connection to our abdominals. And lowering the arm. And last one here, rotating that shoulder and lower. And now more challenging, reaching the arm out in line with that shoulder. You're going to exhale and lift the arm straight up. And inhale to lower the arm straight back down. Exhale, if this feels too hard for your neck, just put the toning ball down and do the same work without any weight and lower down. Exhaling and lift. And inhale to lower down. And exhale and lift, and lower that arm all the way down. Feel free to do about twice as many reps of that exercise. So now we're going to place our hand on the top of our hip, and we're going to work on our rotation. So we're going to do some turning out and turning in, just moving the leg. You really have to work hard not to let your bones move here. And then we're going to do a little baby développé a second, and I don't want you to think about dancing. I want you to think about using your rotator. So you're going to lift that top thigh and shin up to hip height. We're going to exhale. I'm going to reach our inner thigh forward as we externally rotate that thigh. And rotate. Check in on those hips. As you exhale and turn in, make sure that your pelvis isn't hiking up towards your rib cage. And we're not overly pointing our feet because then we're going to put too much tension in the shin. Exhale and rotate that thigh outward. And then as you rotate back to parallel, you're feeling like you're getting some work right through the back of the pelvis. And spinning that thigh bone inward. And now we're going to add to this our little développé. This is really, really small. Exhale, spinning that thigh outward to a natural amount of turnout, not twisting into the front of the hip. Extend that leg right where it is, right where it's facing. You'll start to feel like your leg weighs 1,000 pounds. Flex that ankle gently. Don't work too hard on the thigh muscles. Turn the leg parallel. Point the toe. Bend that knee and come back to your parallel position. And again, exhale, spinning that thigh outward. Extending that leg on that diagonal. Reach through that heel, flexing that foot. Turning that thigh parallel. Point the toe, bend the knee, and release down. Good job. And we're going to do that all on the other side. Elbow on that rib cage, shoulder nice and rounded, and 4 repetitions. Exhale and spin the back of that arm towards the shoulder blade, and rotating back down. And spinning. We're using our breath to help us stabilize our core. Remember to breathe well. 2 more, and 2, and lower down, and last 1, and lower down. Reaching the arm out nice and strongly. Exhaling and lift. As you lower, this is the hard part. We have to stabilize against gravity. Exhale and lift that arm straight up. And inhale to lower it back down. As you exhale, you're lifting the arm straight up. And inhale to lower down. And exhale, lifting. And lower down. Great job. Going on to that external and internal rotation. Again, now you can see more from the back side that we're really trying hard not to let our bones move around in our pelvis, but just move our thigh bone. Exhale, and you're going to spin that knee towards the ceiling, and then rotate that thigh back to parallel. Internally rotate and feel that thigh bone spinning, and back to neutral. Exhale and spinning that thigh outward and back to neutral, and spinning the thigh inward and back to neutral. Adding our little développé. Exhale and rotate that thigh, extending that lower leg, flexing through the heel, rotate parallel, point the toe, and bend the knee. If you feel your hip moving underneath your hand, you're doing too much work. Exhale and rotate the thigh. Extend that lower leg. Reach through that heel. Turn the leg parallel. Point the foot and bend the knee and rest. So now we're going to go back onto our backs. We're going to take this little peanut underneath the pelvis, above the tailbone, below the lower back. And you could roll up a towel here. What we're trying to do is get our pelvis into a little bit of an imprint so we don't have to work so hard in our hips. Dancers especially overwork their hips. You want to use your tummy muscles more than your thigh muscles here. So that's going to be your test. If all you're feeling is your leg muscles working, you're going to calm your energy down and do a few less reps until you get the strength. Right, Olivia? Yes. That's right. So we're going to take our pelvis. We're going to lift up. We're going to place our little peanut comfortably. So when we're lifting our legs, we want to feel a bit jiggly here, because if we're really bearing down too much and not jiggling at all, we're probably bracing. So we want to be stabilizing, not pushing our body into that peanut. So the stronger, the more you're kind of jiggling around up there and having to stabilize, probably the better job you're doing. And do a whole sequence here. So let's do 3 sets of each exercise, Olivia, okay? If you feel like this is too easy for you, you could reach your arms to the ceiling and give yourself that little extra challenge here. Breathing in to prepare here. You're going to exhale and stabilize your pelvis on your prop, whether it's a towel or just on the mat, and then lift. And your goal here is not to touch the floor, but to keep your pelvis from twisting, keeping it nice and stable. Exhale and tapping the toe down and away from the back of the pelvis, and lift, and tapping the toe down and lift. And exhaling, scooping. As my right thigh goes down, my left pelvis has to stabilize even more. And last one of these. And we're going to keep going into single leg stretch. You're going to reach the leg on a long diagonal without losing your pelvic stabilization. Breathing in. Exhale, you're going to keep your inner thigh, side of your legs alive, so that your body doesn't start to twist your legs outward. Exhale and reaching that thigh on a long diagonal. Inhale and exhale and reach. It's not about flexibility, dancers. It's about stabilizing your pelvis. Exhale. If you're feeling your thighs on fire, you need more tummy muscles. Better breath. Exhale, reach. And breathing in to bring the legs in, and now reaching the legs to the ceiling. For scissors, don't care about that bottom leg, people. Exhale, reach the top leg without losing that length. Inhale. Exhale. It's the top leg and the pelvis stabilizing. Don't care about that bottom leg touching the ground. Exhale. Gravity will take care of that. Lift your abdominals. Lengthen the back of that top leg. And exhale and lengthening those thighs through that scissor. And inhale. And exhale. Last set of these. Exhale. And lift. And exhale. And reaching, 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 reaching. And lift. Now we're going to do lower and lift. You may need your hands on the floor here or not. Exhale and lower your legs as far as you can, knowing that you have to get back. Inhale without popping and rolling off that peanut. Exhale and rolling those legs away from your abdominal zip line. Scoop your abs. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lowering those legs. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. And inhale to lift. And just bend your knees, put your feet down. How are you doing? Good. Me too. We're going to do a rollover now. So if rollovers are available to you, you want to make sure you're using your tummy muscles strongly on the way up and then strongly and eccentrically on the way down. Good, so we're gonna roll over, separate our legs, pause, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Your prop underneath you or your towel might try to move a little tiny bit, but try to just readjust it or take it all the way out. Legs up, we're gonna squeeze our inner thighs, reach our legs on a long diagonal. Inhale, bring your legs and your pelvis with you to the ceiling. Exhale, rolling over. As you inhale, lengthen those legs, separate, and exhale, come down one piece of your spine at a time. Much easier if you don't have to talk through this. Inhale, closing those legs, bringing them towards the pelvis. As you exhale, use your abdominals, use your inner thighs to roll over. Inhale, lengthen and separate. Exhale and roll down one vertebrae at a time, reaching those legs. Inhale, close the legs, bring them together. As you exhale, rolling over one vertebrae at a time. Inhale to separate, and exhale, feel the hamstrings as you roll down one beautiful vertebrae at a time. And bend the knees, replace the feet, lift up, and come down. Good job. What was next? Some push-ups, is that it? Okay, we're gonna do a few push-ups to finish. We only did three reps of that last exercise. You might want to do up to 10 of each individual exercise. Again, you don't need a prop. This just makes push-ups a little bit easier on the shoulders. We want to breathe well. We want to come up. We want to find our shoulder stabilization, and then we're just going to do 5. You can feel free to do as many as you can. Yes. So take the hands over the edge. You could be on a step, or you could just be on the ground. We want to find our beautiful plank where we need our shoulders here. We're going to do 3 breaths down, 1 breath up, and then we're going to do a little extra push-up at the top. So off we go. Exhale to prepare. Inhale, 2, 3. Go as low as you can. Exhale, push up. And then we're going to inhale, open up the back just a little bit more. Exhale again. And then just to cool down, we're just going to do a little roll through our spine and one little side bend to each side. 1 vertebrae at a time, just using a nice smooth breath, breathing in to prepare. Exhale, nod the chin, just as we did at the start. Roll down 1 vertebrae at a time, curling through the spine. As you breathe in, stay here, relax your neck, relax your shoulders. As you exhale, stacking that spine. 1 beautiful vertebrae at a time. Inhale again, just like the beginning. Lift that right arm without the shoulder. Exhale, side breathing, lengthening that rib cage off of the pelvis. Inhale, come back to vertical and lower the arm. Inhale, left arm lifting, and exhale, reaching the rib cage away from the pelvis. Inhale, coming back to vertical, and exhale. And last but not least, inhale, reach both arms up. As you exhale, just stretch up and slightly back, stretching out through those abdominal muscles to open up through the front of the body. Come back to vertical and lower the arms. That's awesome. Thanks, Olivia.